You've decided that you're ready to book a therapy appointment, and maybe you get waitlisted, you can't find the right provider, your insurance doesn't work, it's too expensive, you name it. By the end of this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can regulate your nervous system without needing to book a therapy appointment. And this is coming from a licensed therapist. If that's something you want to learn more about, stay tuned to the end to learn exactly which modality is the best fit for you in regards to regulating your nervous system without therapy involved. Let's get started. When you're thinking about regulating your nervous system, there are 4 components that you need to focus on: your body, your mind, or your thoughts, or what kind of pops in your head, your emotions, how you're feeling, and your action steps. Those 4 things all revolve around a regulated or dysregulated nervous system. For example, 2 people can have the exact same experience. If one person is dysregulated versus the other person being regulated, they're going to have 2 separate experiences. For example, we've all gotten, and if you haven't, you are lucky, the email Monday morning from your boss, "We need to talk." You get the email, a dysregulated person is going to say, "Oh my gosh, I'm getting fired. My job is in jeopardy. Let me start looking at other jobs. Let me start applying to other jobs. Let me quit before I get fired." The dysregulated nervous system is in a state of panic, while the regulated nervous system is like, "Oh my gosh, I'm finally going to get recognized for that promotion, that pitch, that presentation, that offer, XYZ. I'm going to get a bonus. I'm going to get praise." Then they show up to the meeting feeling confident, inspired. And you see here, both people got an email, "We need to talk." The dysregulated is going to see the glass as half empty, while the regulated nervous system is going to see the glass as half full. And when you're starting your nervous system regulation journey, the first step you want to start is regulating your body. Before you have a thought, before you have an emotion, and before you even have an action step, you have a physical response. You get a tightness in your jaw, tightness in your chest, your fists start to clench, you get a headache, you start to cry, you get a stomach ache, you get nausea, you get overwhelmed physically. Those are all physical cues that your body is trying to tell you that you are dysregulated. And I love using the body first because it's a snowball effect. When we start regulating the body, the mind will start to shift, the emotions will shift, and we will naturally have new actions or new steps to take. So the first thing you can do is think about ways to calm your body. This could be going for a walk. This could be yoga. This could be stretching. This could be breathing. And I'm going to share with you later a modality that will cover all 4 areas. So regulating the body is all about those physical things to make you feel calmed and relaxed. When we regulate the body first, we have a new outcome with our thoughts, our emotions, and our actions. The second thing we can do is regulate our mind, changing our mindset to a more positive or optimistic outlook. And a lot of times we'll say things like, "I need to prepare for the worst, so I need to have worst case scenario thoughts." And here's a really fun, interesting fact. When we think worst case scenario, it actually puts our body into a trauma response, which turns off our prefrontal cortex, which is our thinking brain. So if we're thinking worst case scenario, we're triggering our body to go into a stress response. We're not going to have a clear, conscious mind. So if you're trying to plan for doom and gloom, you're actually dysregulating your nervous system in the process, and you're not actually preparing you. Because here's the thing, if your child fell off a bike, would you rather want your brain, your thinking brain, online or offline? You would want it online. Therefore, you would want positive thoughts to allow you to stay in the present moment versus dysregulated doom and gloom, which puts you in fight or flight. So that's like the cool thing about it is we think we're like planning for worst case scenario, and all we're doing is re-triggering ourselves. So it starts with our mind. We can do positive affirmations. We can do positive self-talk. We can visualize with our mind positive things to help regulate our nervous system. The third step is regulating your emotions. And your emotions will either cause action or no action. And what influences our emotions is our thoughts, our mind. So that's why we always go body, thoughts, and then the emotions. So emotions are really fascinating. The feeling of anxiety and excitement are the same physical feeling in our body, but it's the meaning we put behind it, right? Most people feel anxiety in their chest, and they also feel excitement in their chest. And who is correct? The person who decides, am I anxious or am I excited? So when you're thinking about your emotions, ask yourself, what would I rather feel? Okay, how can I feel that emotion now? And how we can regulate to feel that is think about memories in the past or made up memories in the future where you felt that emotion, and you will instantly regulate your body. I can always think about me going on vacation and thinking about the beach or going on a cruise ship. And when I think about those memories, I am instantly relaxed and regulated. So doing something that is going to change your emotional state in real time. And they're doing a lot of research on this, and I'm really excited to bring this to the channel. I'm doing as much research as there is data. But we know with a traumatic event, the brain can change in an instant because there's an intense emotion. We know that PTSD can happen in a moment. So if we know that the brain can change for the worse in a moment because of the traumatic event, what would happen if we shifted it through a positive lens, a positive emotion, a supercharged, intense, a positive emotion to change your brain the same speed that the brain changes at the time of trauma? And they are doing more research that we can emotionally charge the brain to rewire in an instant, the same way the brain rewires through a traumatic event. No therapy needed, no need to talk about it, no need to process it, but a strong emotional reaction internally to cause the brain chemistry to change. Like I said, the research is very new, and I am doing as much research as there is information, and I cannot wait to bring this information to the channel. The next thing you want to do to regulating your nervous system is action steps. So action steps are things that are going to help you stay regulated. For example, no longer overworking, because that is your baseline. I know you, the high achiever with also high functioning anxiety. To the outside world, you look calm, cool, collected, but on the inside, there's this flame, this fire that's saying, go, go, go. It's never enough. And I know what happens when you slow down. The anxious thoughts tell you you're never going to get it done. Who do you think you are? You haven't earned your rest. You haven't worked hard enough for rest, but your actions are in alignment with regulation. You're going to have less burnout. You're going to have less sickness. You're going to have less fatigue because you're actually giving your body rest and relaxation, which will allow you to regulate. So that action step is when you are wanting to push yourself, you're wanting to overwork, you're wanting to go, go, go. Pause and do an action step that will allow you to rest, regulate, and restore. And if you're wondering what that modality is that encompasses all of it, the mind, the body, the emotions, and the action steps, what that could be. And the answer is EFT tapping. EFT tapping uses the body, right? We're physically using the body. We're actively with actions using the body. So that's the body and an action step. We are repeating positive emotions or validating stressful emotions. We are affirming through our thoughts, our cognitions. We're using all 4 modalities. And EFT tapping, I have plenty of tapping videos. In less than 10 minutes, you can regulate your nervous system. In my last tapping video, people were at an 8 and went down to a 3, were at a 5 and went down to 2 in their stress response. So EFT tapping allows you to regulate and ground in real time because we're using all 4 modalities. We're using the body, the mind, the emotions, and the action steps. And if you're like, Alyssa, I've done all of your YouTube tapping videos, I'm ready for more, this is your opportunity to join the tapping studio. New tapping videos are added every single week, so you're always staying on top of the new topics to keep you grounded and regulated so you don't need therapy. A lot of times, individuals who are just in talk therapy alone do not see progress. I, as a therapist, would see this with clients that would get stuck. Clients that were not open to other modalities such as EFT, EMDR, or even somatic therapy, we would get in this feedback loop of just talking through their stressors or their problems. And what that's actually doing, it's actually strengthening those neural pathways in the brain, making it harder for change to occur. So if you're ready for therapy and you're not in yet, do EFT tapping, regulate the body, regulate the mind, regulate your emotions and your action steps, and you will transform your life in lightning speed. nervous system regulation allows your body to feel safe to move forward. Thank you so much for tuning into this week's video. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. I release videos out every single week and I can't wait to see you in next week's video.